Fire in our souls, fire shoes on our feet, we can't be beat.
And you talk about from Bill Russell all the way to Allen Iverson. Matter of fact, Allen Iverson was telling the story. That's who it was. I mean, top players in NBA history. And all of a sudden, Michael Jordan walks in the room. And he's like, it was a difference between Michael Jordan, the aura, and everybody else submitted to that his gold jacket is like everybody else gold jacket, but there's a difference between his gold jacket and everybody else gold jacket. I say that to say Chris Carter was one of the top receivers in NFL history. Great route runner, great hands, didn't hardly drop anything. But I've always felt as though Chris Carter, because once he was pretty much done, they shipped him to Minnesota, as a pretty much as a punishment. Like, okay, we're gonna give you a second chance, but you're going to a bum team, and that's how you go end your career, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Carter has always felt as though he was indebted to the NFL for giving him a second chance because his career should have been done with all the mistakes that he's made.
Right.
I make that point to say, to me, Chris Carter is a company man. And there's some people that become company men after they've been given a last chance. And so whatever the company wants, whatever the company says is yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right. Yeah, he wrong. Blah, blah, blah. I always feel like Chris Carter was the company man. And so for him to sit up here and the things that he's saying, to me, it's like it don't make sense because some of the things he's saying, like, bro, what do you mean he need to be humbled and all this other stuff? He's a kid, for one. Let's get that straight. He's a kid, but also he's having fun. And this is a different generation.
Right.
It's a different generation. And not only that, Chris Carter didn't carry himself like Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders created a whole aura and a whole character to get his mother out of poverty. That was the whole point. That was the whole point. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point
Yep.
of Deion creating Neon Deion and all that type of stuff. He told you the reason why, but that wasn't him to the core. That wasn't him to the core. So I feel like Shador, Shiloh, and all the kids have a certain, they all take on a certain trait of Coach Prime. And at the end of the day, man, you're going to have company men. People going to say what they say. They're going to ride with the shield. And that's pretty much it. No matter if it's right, no matter if it's wrong. And Chris Carter is that type of dude. He going to ride with the shield because he always felt as though they owed him or he owed them for the second chance that they gave him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you with that. That's why I was saying it's like they saying the same thing. Like him, Boomer Esiason, like all those guys that are talking bad about Shadur, they're saying the same thing. They're basically posing the same argument.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
kind of like they read from a script. It's like it's something that they was told. Make sure you mention this. Make sure you say this.
Yeah.
So it's uniform. And if you hear something over and over and over again, it becomes true.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you keep freezing up.
Yeah. If you hear something over and over and over again, it becomes true. Even though if you don't have the facts to support it, you just don't heard it so many times, it becomes true.
Right.
And that's why I think a lot of people don't really rock Chris Carter. Like he's been on certain shows, and a lot of the shows he's on, they end up fizzing out because people just don't like his personality. Now, one time he said that one thing about players got to understand if you're gonna have all these dudes around you, you got to have a fall guy. So if something happened, they got to take the rap. And the NFL kind of got mad at him for saying that. But that's kind of true. If y'all finna be around me and you causing trouble, you got to stand on what you're doing. You can't come hide behind me, get in my cars, go run up in the VIP section. Now you bring all that heat to me. Or if I'm doing something wrong and I'm paying for all y'all stuff, while we in this moment, y'all make it seem like it was you. And we get back to the house, we can figure out how we can spin this to make it seem like that when me get in trouble. Because if the main guy get popped, all the good times stop. I mean, you shouldn't be doing something where you get popped, but in case you get in the situation that's kind of weird, one of your homeboys need to step up and take that, so you can be paying the lawyers and stuff to try to get this stuff, make it go away.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got reprimanded for that. Like they kind of shut him down for a minute because he said that. So let's switch gears a little bit. Georgia just signed the #1 quarterback out of high school next year. He committed. So if Juju would have still been in school, do y'all think Juju would have been the #1 guy? Because this guy's like 6'4" out of Tennessee. And Promo, I want to ask you this too. This guy's coming from Tennessee. If your guy that you vouching for there in Tennessee, offense is so good, why didn't he stay at home and go to Tennessee? Why did he come to Georgia?
Probably got a bigger bag off.
Now, honestly, Promo, I'll side with you on that. Like, because Tennessee have put 2 dudes in the league.
Yeah.
Is Georgia really putting guys in the league like that at quarterback? I mean, I know Fromm got a shot, and I know Bennett got a shot, but Beck just supposed to be the #1 guy, and now he's still in college, and he left Georgia. So, is Georgia really the place for top quarterbacks?
I don't think so. I mean, Matthew Stafford was like the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was how many years ago?
Over a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see they saying he's the next Matthew Stafford. They ain't saying he's the next whatever Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett got 2 titles, right?
Yeah. I heard DoorDash Bennett.
Yeah,
I heard Bennett.
But we'll see, because Georgia need to go back to the offense. Remember the offense they was running when Hines Ward was there and Bryce Hunt and them? They should throw the ball. They still ran the ball. They still had great NFL running backs, and they threw the ball like Colorado threw the ball. You see what I'm saying? It's like lately they offense haven't been looking like that.
Yeah, my thing is, man, I just, all of this stuff, man, I think it's a part of the marketing and the hype. We really don't know to these kids, because I remember they talked about several other Georgia quarterbacks that was supposed to be in this, that they didn't pan out. What's the kid name that transferred from there with Ohio State? He got drafted by the Bears.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is a part of the hype, the marketing, and things like that. But we never know till we get on the field and see. Matter of fact, I think, was it Fromm that they was talking about supposed to have been the man too? Yeah,
now let me clarify that with Justin Fields. Justin Fields was the guy. You see when he went to Ohio State, he ripped it up. But what it was, they wouldn't let him play over Fromm, and Fromm didn't have the same kind of talent as Fields, but they was using, Fromm just took us to the deep into the playoffs, so we're not finna put no rookie in here when this guy just took our team almost to the championship. So I kind of understand how they were leaning on that, but as far as talent-wise, Fromm didn't have no business being in front of Fields once Fields got there. Once he got there, they should have just sat him down and said, look, man, we're going to try to get you some garbage time here and there, but we got our guy.
Yeah, I think Ohio State system was a little more and a little more better for Fields Georgia again, it became like Promo was saying, it almost became like past secondary and became more so about running the game because they was putting out running backs like man for about a good 2-3 years. They was putting out running backs back to back, so the focus became more on running the ball than passing. So I think that there has to be some type of change, like Georgia Tech did. Georgia Tech was running the ball, doing wing T, wishbone, and all that, and it's still to this day, it still look funny seeing them run a pro style type offense. You're so used to seeing it,
Yeah.
So I think that they would have to do that. I think the SEC is actually going to have to transition a little more into that throwing because at one point in time it was a throwing conference when you had Florida with a Spurrier and all them and Georgia was
Zion.
throwing the ball too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Georgia and Zion, they were throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Tech was throwing the ball a lot with
Yeah.
Miami. So yeah. That was a throwing for a minute, but nobody couldn't really win.
Well,
But Spurrier
no,
was that off.
I'm not gonna say that because remember, they still had Garrison Hurst. Look at all the running backs Georgia used to put back in the league back then, and they threw the ball
Yeah.
like that. They was running back you, dog.
yep,
Georgia put the running backs in the league.
Yeah, but Zion was throwing that junk a lot though, because like I don't think they done broke Zion and Eric Green. They were
Yeah.
really throwing the ball. Like I don't think
Yeah.
nobody done broke.
David Green, yeah. But remember, Georgia, man, they was putting running backs in the league every year. Bam, 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 bam. I ain't talking about just putting them in the league. I'm talking about Garrison Hurst.
Oh, yeah.
You got Rodney Hampton, Garrison Hurst, Terrell Davis,
no Sean Moreno.
Marino. Like they was putting the boys in the league, man. They was making some noise. What's
Yeah.
my man name? Todd Gurley.
Yeah,
Yep.
early.
Yeah. But the thing about it was they didn't just rely on their running. They did both. Like
Right.
Penn State just
Right.
rely on their running.
Right.
And then Notre Dame, the same thing. They just trying to rely on their running. And
Yeah.
same thing with what Michigan did the other year. Like they just run. And that's who Alabama used to be. Run, and you throw on third down. So
Well, I mean, I think what was his name? Was it Jake?
oh
He had a
yeah,
real-
we got Roll Tide to the stage.
Yeah.
So we've hit the 1 hour mark, y'all. If y'all want to come up, y'all can come up. Go ahead.
You talking about Jake?
He had a weird last name, Cochran. I don't know, something weird.
Who you talking about?
Anyways.
Alabama guy?
Yeah, he was from. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, but anyways, he was the good throwing quarterback that we had. But he wasn't. He ended up going to USFL.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know you're
But
talking
he was good. He was the good throwing quarterback that we had.
because he won a national championship too at Alabama.
Yeah, he won a national championship. I mean,
Yeah,
we've had good throwing quarterbacks. Mac Jones. We've had Tua Tagovailoa. We've had
Jalen Hurts.
Bryce Young was good.
Yeah.
Bryce
Yeah.
Young was good.
What's the dude that had a real pretty girlfriend?
What?
That's the one. That's the
Yeah.
one. He's
Yeah, the one that had a real pretty girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes, the one that's famous. You guys remember the Alabama? She went to
Yeah.
Auburn, and during the game, it was like the famous commentary where the guy was like, "Oh, you guys get all the pretty girlfriends."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He need to take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm. I was like, "This is the
Lost his
worst
mind.
commentating at the worst moment," because I'm like, "Call the freaking game."
Yeah, he forgot about the game, boy. He was
Oh
just,
yeah, he was blinded.
oh, she's so
blinded by
beautiful.
love.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was caught up in the moment. Boy, that man, hey, he made
I mean,
history.
I don't blame him, but I mean, come on, that was not the time.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, what's
funny.
going on, little bucket?
What's up, dog?
Bucket in the building.
But I'm gonna have to do it during poll to see who's the villain on my show. I think you might win that poll, the bucket.
Oh, there you
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said they was appalled when they heard your comments.
Who said that?
Yeah, they were like, look, Bucket, he's
I
danky.
remembered his name. McCarron.
Hey,
McCarron.
Tiger,
Yeah,
your show
McCarron,
get better after the hour
AJ
mark. I'm just let
McCarron.
you know.
AJ McCarron.
I'm
That
just
was gonna
saying.
bother the heck out of
Yeah,
me.
your show do get better after an
I
hour.
ain't gonna lie. Watch the views go up after the hour mark. I be watching it.
Wait,
So
what?
you might want to redo your strategy, dog.
Wait,
Hey,
what?
hey, my homeboy in the car about to fall asleep.
Man, I ain't about to fall
You look like you
asleep. It
about to
just look
fall
like that.
asleep.
It just look like that because I'm in the car, man.
Yeah, I was like, man, he
With
got
his
stuck
head on
me
the
in
roof,
sentence
ain't
one time. I'm like, my brother about to go to sleep, man. I feel you.
No, man.
Hey,
You
let's
ain't
come in
going
on this right here, y'all. Did y'all see this play when Cam Ward was during there walking on the field, just like he was walking around in the mall, and he threw the ball to somebody, like he checked down and threw the ball to somebody. Look how he's standing flat-footed. Like, this is how much time
He
Cam
did that
Ward
all
had
year.
before last year.
Yeah, that's the offensive line for you. You know, so don't get blessed with them kind of things, but you know.
But let's look at this right here now. With all this time Cam Ward had, he still didn't put as many wide receivers in the league as Shador. Is it Miami wide receiver was not as talented? Or what was that? Why did he put the same, like his number one guy had to go free agency?
Yeah,
He put
he was
himself
only
in the
looking
league.
at Restrepo if you look at him.
I mean, I don't think it's a matter of like I'm sure the talent's there, obviously. It's just, I mean, who was better?
Yeah, because I don't remember them getting any top receivers out the portal.
Yeah.
I don't know how the recruiting was. You would think
Yeah,
they would have a lot
yeah.
of speed in Florida, like they used to get all them fast boys out of high school, but I don't know. I know this year they got a nice freshman, number 12. Oh, he the real deal.
I mean, they do. Like, if I was to recruit a college wide receiver, where am I going to go? Florida.
Yeah,
Shador
like
had better
Miami
Shador had better
had
receivers
great.
though.
Wide receivers came from Florida. So if Miami could get them, then.
Yeah. So did y'all hear about Pena? He signed with
Penn State.
Penn State.
Who?
Penn State.
Who did?
I just seen that.
Pena, the wide receiver that left Syracuse that
Are
wanted
you
$2 million.
serious?
I bet he won't put up the same numbers at Penn State.
Hell no, he can put the
It was
same
the same situation. It was the same type of situation from the guy from Colorado that went to Florida.
You talking about Kamarni?
Kamani, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Same type of situation because Florida struggled up until like the end of the season.
Yeah. Well,
That's going to be the same type of situation with him.
the thing about with
Well, I don't
Marty,
know.
he got pushed out.
Penn State, so I mean that could be decent. I don't know.
But Kamari got pushed out because of his issues off the field.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about number wise.
Man, but if he's getting that bag, that's cool. If he getting
It wasn't necessarily
got the bag,
off
though.
the field issues. They were saying Kamani was lazy during workouts and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah,
he probably get some decent money.
Yeah, Penn State. Now he didn't get that $2 million that he wanted.
Yeah,
I ain't saying he getting $2 million, but let's say if he even got 800,000, that can change your life moving forward.
Now that's true, but they were saying he was already getting pretty good already. But I'm gonna say this right here: Ricky Collins had the thumb injury, so he left because he didn't know if they was gonna throw the ball. But Penn State fans are talking about how they was mad that they don't really throw the ball downfield. But to be honest, when I watched Pena highlight tape, he really didn't catch balls past 10 yards. So that might be a good place for him. You just gonna run them little small little hitches and stuff, and Penn State might be the offense for him.
I mean, he went there for a reason.
Yeah, I don't think
depends on what they have.
I don't think Cam Ward is gonna be what everybody think he's gonna be though.
Oh man,
I don't
why
know,
you saying
man.
that? Cam
I
Ward
follow
is
the
good.
track record. Because think about look at his track record. He was a no-star coming out of high school, balled out at the first college he went to Washington, balled out. Every level he went to, he balled out.
Yeah.
Came to Miami, balled out.
Cam
So I'm
Ward is
like,
like that, man.
But I mean that
We
that
gon'
really
we gonna
means
see.
nothing. That really
We
means
gon'
nothing.
we gonna see now.
You think Shador gonna be something, but not Cam?
Well,
I mean, it just
I don't
depends.
believe that Shador gonna get a fair shake in Cleveland. So if we talking about Cleveland, I don't think Shador is. But if we talking about Cam Ward, I don't think so. I want to see the thing I want to see is I want to see the line situation. That's what I want to see because that's going to determine a whole lot as a rookie. So I want to see how he handles that. I want to see. I know they got like 2 wide receivers. They got what's the name that was with the Jaguars? He ended up signing with them. He was from the Ridley, I think Ridley.
yeah, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, they got Ridley. And I think they got did they get Lockett from Seattle? I think something like that.
They got that wide
Yeah,
receiver from Stanford too in the draft.
Oh, wide
yeah.
receiver, and he got his number 1 target from Miami. So
Restrepo.
he got wide
So
receivers right now.
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm watching. I'm just gonna watch this year, and I'm not gonna say I'm gonna make my final thoughts on that based off his rookie season because people do progress. But I want to see by his 3rd year, see where he at.
But you kind of
Yeah.
said it already, though. You kind of said it already. You kind of said.
I said I don't.
You got to do some dirt on him already. Now you
I did. I did.
You know, you
now,
saw the
but
moonwalk.
y'all see what's on his picture right here.
Yeah.
Forever humble because I know what it is like to be at the bottom. All right, so why do they have to have that quote there, forever humble? Like, and like a lot of people saying that don't really know Cam, he's not no humble dude. I thought Cam was from like New York or somewhere because he's
Cam just
kind of dude.
Cam be talking. He talk
he's
crazy,
from
more crazy than Shador, man.
Nah, but I don't think y'all understand what a humble is. Like when he's on the field, he's talking his junk, but they talk about his full story, how he approaches.
He had
how he
no
approaches the
offers,
game.
and he was
Oh,
a
yeah,
bystander coming out of high school.
Well,
it's definitely a Netflix story. It's a great story.
No, even how he presents himself in like the media and things like that nature. He's pretty humble.
Cam Ward ain't gonna be nice till like year 3 because he a good player, but he gotta have the right pieces around him. So it's gonna take him a while to get some pieces around him.
Yep.
Well, we just said they just brought in. He got a whole new receiving core right now.
Yeah.
Nah,
Hold on.